Okay, my thoughts on. I know it's been like several years, but I didn't think about posting them back then. But anyway, my thoughts on Inside Out and Inside Out 2. So I think like Inside Out is a good builder of and closure of Hope's story and how Hope's gonna adapt to these new emotions like anxiety, all this other stuff. But to me, it's just like it's gonna be amazing to see her just adapt to all this other, because I think Hope as a person who is neurodivergent, kind of see she's not used to like things since she's been the go, she's been the go, the go guy, the ace in the hole. She's just used to being, oh, I'm the one that has to fix this. I'm the one that has to, and not letting everybody else control it. Like towards the end, right? She lets everybody mingle and mix their emotions together, and now she's like, now we have this new like batch of emotions. Am I gonna leave? Are we all gonna leave? And it's gonna be, I think there's gonna be us versus them type of thing where it's like new emotions are trying to tell them like, no, you're not. We still need you guys here. But in their mind, they're thinking, oh no, we're getting fired. We're getting like let go because the new generation's coming in, and it's just like everyone's like the new generation of emotions are telling them, hey, you guys are here to stay. We're here to add on to her emotions and mix more emotions together as she grows up, as Riley grows up. And I'm like, is the old Riley? My question is the old Riley gonna come out? The old Hope come out? Excuse me, the old Hope to come out because she's like, remember when she was dealing with sadness and sadness was trying to tell her that she should mix emotion, try to show her that Riley needs to be sad, needs to show like be sad in this moment because once she moved from Minnesota to California, that's a different type of weather, different type of culture, and she needs to feel these emotions. Also, I feel like when you get these when you get these people, these new people in, right? I think the first person that's going to accept them is going to be sadness. The sadness is going to be the one to be standing up for them and say, "Hey, this is how we do things." And sadness is going to be more confident, right? I'm hoping. I want sadness to be more confident and stuff like that. But I want her to be more confident in herself. Like, hey, we mix emotions here. It's just not one basic emotions. We mix the whole emotional spectrum of. We mix it like it's like beer, like mixed drinks. We mix them like mixed drinks, whatever. Um, I also would love to see Hope dealing with hope and anxiety, kind of not anxiety being the villain because they haven't done the villain for the first movie, and they're not gonna do a villain for the second movie, and they're trying to keep that theme up. But I think she's gonna become Hope has become more and more aware, like, okay, my position here is not as firm because we have these new positions, new emotions in them position, new emotions in, and you have them just be there, and just like, what is she doing? They're doing new things that she's not used to. There's a thing called puberty going off, ringing off in the distance, and you don't. She doesn't know. Like, it's gonna be a very there's not it's gonna be disorganized because puberty is disorganized as your body deals with that state of change. It's just like your body's just like changing. You get more angry. You're more aggressive as a guy dealing with puberty. Girls deal with their periods and all this stuff and the emotional spectrum coming in. And I wonder if they're gonna touch on that period thing for the for Riley, like because she's a girl, she's gonna get her period. How's that gonna affect her emotional state? How is she gonna deal with that growing up? But I just think it would be nice to see Hope just deal with one the period, two puberty, these other emotions that they might do something different, or they might interact with each other. The old emotions and the new emotions might act differently, might have some friction between those two groups, between those between those groups, right? Um, and I just think not only that sadness needs to take charge. I don't want sadness to become not a figurehead, but like try to steer everything and be the like neutral party of the new emotions, the old emotions, and not only that, but it's just like be the conflict resolution type person, right? She revolves, she she resolves these conflicts and stuff, and it just seems that's a good fit for her because she's empathetic and she can counsel both sides and see like you're first of all the old generation, you're not being fired. These people might be different, but we still need to treat them with respect. Um, Puberty we need to deal with, and how do you feel? Like how is the puberty affecting rage? How is the puberty affecting disgust? How is puberty affecting all these different things? Because puberty, when you get to that age of puberty, when you hit middle school, and you get puberty, whatever, everything changes. Like your emotional state, you have hormones. You get guys get hornier than ever, right? Excuse me, guys get hornier than ever, and I just think people need to see that. Like kids need to see that and say, okay, this is how you deal. But we can't always prepare kids for for puberty either, because that's gonna be like, okay, they'll prepare. You know, you can't prepare people for that. It's just like an experience that you experience. When I was going through puberty, I was angry at the world because I was like, no, I don't understand. Because mind you, I'm neurodiverse, so my brain processes information differently. So I'm thinking of what's going on here. Do I have like back then? I was like I'm still an anime fan, but back then I was really more into anime because my life just I was getting bullied 24/7. Who hasn't been bullied? But like back in middle school was really worse for me. But it's just like it changes your whole chemistry of your brain too. Like you know, I'm more mature now, but when I was like trying to be edgy. Like everyone in middle school is already edgy as it is, but once puberty hits, you just straight. You don't care anymore. Like you don't. Society doesn't teach. Like when society taught me, I remember when it's like life taught me, you can't talk that talk anymore. You can't talk the talk as if you're a good fighter because somebody, so you can knock out somebody, cool. Somebody can also knock you out. Somebody can also hit you and knock you out and put you on your butt. You could do the same thing to somebody else, but you can. There's always somebody at top of you when you're fighting somebody, right? And it just seems like this is gonna teach them like we're not the best at dealing with these certain things, and they might go like the old emotions might realize, hey, I'm not best at dealing with this type of emotion or this type of emotion. Let me mix um with anxiety about whatever that makes me angry, and then I want Riley to get therapy. I got therapy in high school. I think middle school through high school, I had therapy. I had a counselor or whatever because of my special need, because of my neurodiversity. So they helped me kind of like put things together. Like, hey, you type it too close. You type it like in middle school. They kind of helped my parents, and the school was kind of like trying to teach me, hey, this is how you act. This is how you don't have to be super close to somebody's face like this, and then you don't have to do that. Just personal space is a thing. Just respect it so you don't get in trouble or you don't get a case on you because he was close to my face. I thought he was gonna kiss me. Da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's gonna because middle school is when you learn certain skills like being socially aware of certain things. Um, you learn about yourself, as middle school. But you kind of like society's like, okay, now we're gonna teach you. Like once you get a freshman, they give a little bit of leniency to you, but once you hit like a sophomore, to a junior, like yeah, junior, senior, they're like, you have to be adults. Like you're gonna have to be like adults. They always say this in high school. Like you have to be an adult. Like in college, you're not gonna treat you like this. College, they're not gonna hold you. And they don't hold your hand in college. Even in community college, they don't hold your hand. Right? You have to be the one being advocating for yourself. And I want Riley to learn how to for her to advocate for herself and say, hey, I have this new thing. It might not be a neurodivergency, but I want to learn how to deal with anxiety, right? Deal with my mental health. Because a lot of people be like, oh no, I have like, no, I'm neurodiverse, but they never, ever go to therapy or get diagnosed because it's like, it's a horror show. It's like, it's gonna, if you don't have insurance, how are you gonna get that done? If you have insurance, the insurance is gonna be like, okay, this is how you get it done. And you need to go to the right person, right? It's better, you better off getting diagnosed as a kid and your parents helping you out than being an adult you getting diagnosed. But because when you get a diagnosis as an adult, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust you have to be the judgment of where is the psychiatrist is saying it's true. Do I agree with this? And she's got to learn those skills too. And it's like the thing I like about Inside Out is like it talks about mental health and emotional awareness. Mental health awareness and being advocate for yourself, right? I think anger is going to change. Like it's going to be like, okay, that's going to be more of that's going to take a background. I think anger is going to take more background. Disgust is going to take more background. Fear and sadness and hope are going to start combining this stuff. Fear, hope, and sadness are going to start combining. And I'm not saying the fear is going to take a back seat, or I mean, anger is going to take a back seat and just being gone from the whole thing. I think anger is going to realize what is my purpose, what am I anger, and what else. So I watch this other videos like there's anger, but there's like protection, or like you want to protect the person. Anger is what? Anger. What is my anger equal to? My anger is like justice, right? My anger is like I don't see if I see something injustice happening or something's wrong is going on, I want to get involved, right? Whether it's to my benefit or to my whether it's beneficial to me or not beneficial, then I get involved. I'm learning now. Like sometimes you just gotta keep my mouth shut. The security, like for work, at my workplace, there's like at the hospital I work at, the security. Although I don't like kind of trust them sometimes, and it's just like hard for me to trust them because I know I'm security. My high school wasn't really like strong like that. They can prevent fights, all the but security is not really. They didn't have guns at my school. They didn't have any form of like really not force. They had a presence, but it's just like looking back because what is security, unarmed security can do? What can unarmed security? Besides calling the police or getting the police involved, what can they really do? I mean, security. I'm not saying the security profession is wrong, but I have security on my work, so I have to trust them to do their job. Right? I have to have faith that they'll do it. But anyway, I think Anxiety's new character. I want to see the new characters do something, actually argue and debate with the old emotions. Like, hey, this is not the right way to do it. This is a new way to do it. This is a new way to do things. And I just think at this point, Riley is trying to develop her own thought of the world, her own cave, right? She's trying to develop her own cave or her own thought patterns, right? Because when you get to a freshman, you're gonna start developing more. You want to be around the world more. You want to go outside your house. You want to go do this. You want to be around different people. But it just seems I can't wait for Inside Out 2. Obviously, I'm talking about it, but it's just I hope Hope doesn't relapse into her old state of mind. Like I need to do everything myself. I'm Hope. I'm the leader. I'm the big dog. I'm the captain now. You get what I'm saying? You know, because you don't see because in the Inside Out the original the first movie it was like kind of like she was used to being the leader. People go to me for this, and like half of her emotions was it was only one emotion was never mixed. It was two different emotions. You know. Yeah, what do you guys think? Comment, like, and follow. Subscribe, I mean.